What's going on? Sandman here. Just wanted to show this 2-shot Gauss rifle up for grabs in the next challenge. So what I want you guys to do, just comment below if you want it. I'm on PS4 and I can give it to you guys. All right, I'll do a raffle out, same like I did with the handmade. All right, this is a little gameplay of Hunter x Hunter, but this isn't what I want to discuss. I'm going to take some time here to discuss what everybody's probably wants, just a bit of info as to like the how to raider and PvP in general. Now I'm gonna mention some shit that's just common sense and people don't know it, and I'm gonna mention some things that some guys probably don't know at all and they're like, oh, that's pretty smart. All right, so the first thing is differences in damage when white and red. If the person you're attacking is white, or you know their icon is white, their name is white, you're not doing any damage to them. You're just not. It's because the PvP hasn't fully initiated. You get one hit on them, start the PvP. If they're out of passive, then they have to hit you back for them to turn red, which means that stop dumping an entire magazine into someone who has a white name unless you're trying to instigate the fight. But if you're trying to actually do damage, it's not going to matter. So if I'm charging at you and I'm white because you've already hit me once, then my goal isn't going to be to, you know, like, you're not going to do damage on me. My goal is going to be to get 2 hits on you. One to start it and one to end it. All right? So that's a simple thing, but just keep that in mind. Unless they are red, then they're not going to take 100% of your damage. And a way of forcing red is by seeking revenge after you die or something like that. So I see a lot of players who die and then don't mean to, but they keep pressing triangle and they keep seeking revenge. So what happens is they come back hostile. So they come back red. So I don't have to hit them white and then they have to hit me in order for us to restart the PvP. They are already in PvP mode, so I can get my kill just by seeing them and taking my shots. Now, the wanted thing. You can become wanted if you are certain you can survive the first hit against the player you're up against. So if I knew for a fact that, like, I could survive the hit against, like, Butt, for instance, in front of me, then I would have no issues going wanted, because the way it works is Butt would have his ability to hit me at 100% damage, and I could not hit him at 100% until after he hit me. So I have to wait for him to hit me in order for me to do damage to him, but he has 100% of his damage coming my way when I'm wanted. So you have to keep that in mind. Yes, you definitely lose less caps, but you got to keep that in mind because you know, you could die multiple times or whatever the case may be. But it's a smart move. It's always useful. I know somebody said it in my comments, and the only reason I didn't go wanted in that video was primarily because the person's base was someone I knew, and I didn't want to fucking break the base. But I ended up breaking like a chair to have like a 50 cap wanted or 20 cap wanted or whatever it was. But yeah, so keep in mind also, speaking of caps and wanted, there's a 3-hour penalty with 50% less damage to players if you run out of caps during PvP fights. So if, let's say, you're running around with like 200 caps and you get killed and then you get killed again and then like you're down to your last 2 caps and you get killed or whatever, at that point when you respawn, there's a 3-hour penalty, 3-hour in-game penalty, where you can only do 50% of total damage, which means that fighting broke is useless because you're hitting at 50% capacity, and that's trash. Like, you're just putting yourself in a big negative. Another thing, you guys know this. I mean, it's been forever. The enclave method that we use, the method of workshop initiated PvP, is like, that's your friend. That should be, you know, your go-to for the most part if you want to start problems or if you want to raid, if you want to cap farm, things like that. What you do is you have a group. One guy will go to the workshop that's owned. The other guy finds the workshop owner on the map, goes to him, and then basically just time it so that, you know, person 1 at the shop takes it exactly when person 2 is ready to get a hit on the owner. And that way you can get the kill off the rip. Now, another thing is, know your strength and weaknesses of whatever armor and build you're up against. If you're up against power armor, then using gamma guns and shit, that it's dead. Doesn't work because you know, they have very high radiation resistances. That's why you use them in nukes. You got to know the efficiency of stagger against builds like Sentinel Assassin. Use melees with faster swing speed and start off with like a power hit and follow up with, faster swings while they're in staggered mode, while they're falling back. Weapons that do stagger at high rates of fire work really good against Sentinel's Assassin and Cav and all that. Basically, like let's say you got a 50 cal, 1-gun army, something like that, and if it does more stagger, you got a couple cards for it, then that's what you want to focus on. You want to force them to move, even if they don't want to move in Sentinel's Assassin. So the way of doing that is staggering them. It's not crippling them. There's a difference, because I can have adamantium skeleton and not catch damage like that. But yeah, so keep that in mind. Use stagger. Use gamma guns. Gamma guns against Sentinel Assassin surprisingly effective. The problem is you can't have the regular gamma guns. I mean, you can have like a base level gamma gun, but you need signal repeater and you need deep dish. Those two mods. You need those two mods. What happens is they raise the effective radiation damage from, I think, like starting points like 50 or something like that, and it raises it to 125 per shot. Signal repeater puts it in automatic, so it burns all 8 shots really quick. So you can put over 800 radiation damage on someone very, very fast. So keep that in mind. You're going to see that here in this clip. Hit me when you're ready.
Alright, this is 8 bullets.
Okay. Alright, that dropped me to 186 of 286.
That's like 60% of my life still left.
Yeah. Alright, that put me at 87 of 286. The next, third mag is me dead. One more shot and there it is.
That's the least 3 full mags, like literally 3 full.
Like 3 full mags, okay. Alright. Now, as you can see, that's very effective, but if you can get an anti-armor gamma gun, you will be very, very effective with that. So keep that in mind. These gamma guns, no one wants them, no one uses them, but awkward tool to have in the kit for the most part. So definitely worth keeping that in mind. If you guys find one or whatever the case may be, then definitely snatch one up. Now let's talk about distance engagement. Now, what you guys need to understand is almost everybody's running an explosive weapon of some kind. Anti-armor explosive or a lot of 2-shot explosives are still in circulation, and you need to understand how they work. They work on the explosive damage more than anything, so people are using the demolition card to buff that, then they're using a bobblehead to buff the demolition card to buff that. So what you need to understand is your engagement against people who do this should be from a higher perspective than they are, which means that if you're ground level and they're shooting at you, they're most likely not shooting directly at you, they're shooting at the ground under you for explosive splash damage. Or if you're, let's say, pressed against the wall, then they're shooting the wall and the ground behind you for explosive splash damage. The easiest way to dodge that is to keep jumping, and if you keep jumping, they have to hit you direct, and they can't splash damage to the floor, and that damage effect is much, it's reduced if you can keep jumping. So keep that in mind, because it's annoying, but it's it's something that happens. So if you want to dodge that, jump. Make sure, like, let's say the ground level, you're on top of a building, then it makes it harder for them to splash damage you when they can't rain it down, because they can't splash damage from the bottom up, if that makes sense. Unless, of course, like, you bottom up and you got a wall behind you or something. So, be aware of your surroundings, how you're moving, how you're playing, so... I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. I want you guys just to kind of think... Just think, before anything. I don't know everything, dude. Like, I don't know everything, guys. I'm sorry. I know what I know from playing, but I always learn new shit. The gamma gun thing wasn't something I learned. It was something taught to me against the Sentinel Assassin. They told me specifically the modifications needed, and he had an anti-armor one when I fought the guy, and it was a 2v1 scenario, and I killed them a couple of times, and then they started like catching me off guard, and I was like losing so much health, and I was trying to figure out, I was like, what is this? So after going back and forth, I kind of hopped out, And you know, I gave them a thumbs up. They gave me a thumbs up, and then they got on the mic. I was like, "Hey man, you know, we're this." But the guy was cool about it. He told me, and I said, "You know what? That's a smart fucking idea because I've never approached it that way." So think outside the box, guys. There's weird shit in this game that you can use or do or you know, card configs that may work, you know, wonders in PvP that nobody's thinking about. So keep that in mind, all right? All right, but in terms of the meta or weapons for now, keep your hands on anti-armor, keep your hands on faster swing speed, keep your hands on anything that has a chance like to stagger or any, you know, big guns like that that you can, you know, throw cards to stagger with. I think one gun army is one of those cards, but keep that in mind, you know. Grenade launch, auto grenade launches, etc. These kind of weapons they're effective if they're set up right against the Sentinel Assassin builds that are all over the place now, and you know, Cav assassins, and Cavalier is more just a matter of, you know, letting them burn out their AP and trying to not let them use their AP and using, you know, high ground and mutations to your advantage. And you know, if they rush at you, you know, if you get high enough, then the VATS may not work for them. And then when that happens, you know, they kind of just stop running or run the circle. But there's methods and there's answers to every build out there. You know, it just took time for people to get it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So guys, enjoy the video. Not much else I'm gonna say in regards to this, but yeah, so again, enjoy. All right, Joe, there's a little metal shack over here inside the power section. In that shack is a burlap sack, and inside the burlap sack is their shit.
I got him again. I see him.
He's red? Oh my god, he's not even red for me, bro. Oh my god, yo. Hey, I can't say no to the money.
Oh, there goes standing still again.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Standing still again. You are such a coward. Yo, are you putting this cowardice shit on YouTube?
Check it out.
This shit is pretty sad, dude. You put some coward ass shit on YouTube.
Salty.
I'm just calling you out. I ain't salty. Why do you think I came over with no caps? To call you out.
Salty. Seems salty though. It's awkward. Like, I hear what you're saying, but you just seem salty.
No, dude, I came over here to call you out because you're a pussy. Plain and simple. And you know I'm right.
Hey, you just seem salty.
That's why you ain't said nothing different.
Well, you just seem salty.
You ready? Oh, them dropped the joystick. Oh, drop the joystick. Oh, I'm good. I'm good at this shit. Drop the joystick. Hold on. Ready? Oh, drop joystick. Here, ready? Oh, drop joystick. Oh my god, dude, hit me up, drop joystick.
It's pretty sad. Armor for 195, maybe 4. 200?
Dude, I have that Sentinel armor. That's funny. Because I have that gay ass shit, but you know what? I don't wear it. Because it's for fucking pussies. Plain and simple.
Sounds good.
I can go put it on right now. Come on back here and stand still. Same gay shit.
You really should. Keep dying.
For what? You guys are fucking homos. Why would I want to PvP some faggots?
You wouldn't last in regular PvP anyway. You can put it on.
You know why you wouldn't last in a regular PvP?
We'll show you how to beat Sentinel Assassin.
Because
put it on.
Standing still like a cow.
Put it on. Yeah, put it on. We'll show you how to beat it.
Prove. What point do you want me to prove? That I have the shit? Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll go grab it. Come on down. I'll show you. Pussies will probably fucking try to hit me while I'm at the fucking box.
No, waiting on you. Go ahead.
Here you go. Here you go.
You fully set? Alright, come on.
There you go.
You gotta initiate PvP.
You don't want to start off. You don't want to start off.
I'm trying to show you this gay ass armor that I got it.
No, just put it on.
No, start the PvP so we can show you how it works.
I know
Yeah.
how it works, man. Just
Nah.
stay
There
still.
it goes.
Oh, there it is.
There's the excuses.
There it is.
there.
Very
Okay.
easily could have just started this PvP with it on.
Why are you
And we
dick
coulda showed
riders
you, and we
on
coulda
my
showed you.
balls about putting it. Here you go. It's on what?
Alright, so let's start the PvP.
Hold on. Nothing, is it?
There it is. There it is.
Where's
Good
your
job.
Sentinel Assassin?
Good job, Sentinel
Yeah.
Assassin. Good job, Sentinel Assassin. You don't know shit about that build. You're fucking trash,
Oh my
bro.
God. Dude,
You're
because I
fucking
ain't changed my
on
card
the
account.
first fucking attempt. He
Oh,
goes
Lord
down.
have mercy.
Sentinel
such a
Assassin,
P-
my ass.
he's such a
I could have
P-
did that
he's such
shit
a
in power
PvPer.
armor. You're
Yo,
garbage.
You know what's funny?
He's
know
such a
what's funny,
PvPer.
you garbage bitch? Because I don't play in Sentinel. anymore. I
It
just
sounds
hold
good,
it.
bro.
his
It
more
sounds good,
excuses.
but you got broken
I
standing
don't play
still.
with that
But you got
pussy-ass
broken
armor.
standing still. So, like I said, there's a way around it. You're just trash, bro.
Motherfucker, I
It
just
sounds
moved
good.
backwards.
Yo, it sounds good. No,
uh-huh.
you got stunned and got washed. That's what happened.
That's alright.
It sounds
That's
good.
alright. I'm gonna put it back in the
No,
box.
put it back in the box after I got fucking beat up with it, trying to prove a point that didn't work. That's fucking hilarious.
Listen to yourself.
that's
You're
so
a
That's
fucking
fucking hilarious.
clown, son.
That's fucking
I
hilarious.
PvP so much. I know how to do it.
I have PvP.
You know
I've
what's
got
funny?
so
Because
many
you guys
kills
over
under
here-
my belt.
No, hold on.
I got so many
You got- yeah,
kills
dude,
under
like I
my
said, I'll
belt.
smash you into the ground.
You couldn't even do it in
Talking
Sentinel
like an
Assassin.
ignorant
That
faggot,
Sentinel
and let me
Assassin
get a
is
word
broken.
otherwise
Yo, he don't have
before I
Sentinel
put you
nor
on mute.
Assassin.
He has excuses.
You're a
That's all he
fucking
has.
bum.
Because I don't play with
You're a
that shit,
fucking
you
bum,
dick
bro. All
rider.
you had to do is stand still, according
And
to
then
you.
all you're doing, is
Drop the left stick.
studying the card.
Jojo, drop the left
then,
stick.
drop
Drop the left stick. Drop the left stick. Drop the left stick. Fucking idiot.
You guys
I told you
are
there
my
was a way
dick
around it.
hard,
I
yo.
told you there was a
Awesome
way around it.
dick
And look
riders.
at you, got washed in your Sentinel's Assassin on the first fucking go.